song and I see a picture in my head, then I create my choreography based on that. Or I create a choreography because of a feeling that I'm having and work it out that it goes together. I want to generate feelings with my movement, with my choreography. I want my students to maybe be confronted with a feeling and emotion that they're usually not used to, or they're afraid to show, or uncomfortable showing, and I want them to be comfortable with that and to show them that it's normal to express themselves. And I think that's actually also the most important thing for me when I'm dancing. I just want to let my feelings out somewhere, and I think that's my space to do that, and I feel most comfortable in that space. With 5 years old, I went to my first ballet class with my best friend. I saw the tutus and fell madly in love with ballet. Everything was ballet for me. When I was, for Christmas, I wanted a tutu. My mom had to dress me and groom me, everything to do with ballet. I just loved it. And I grew up thinking that was the style for me. I think it also has a little bit to do with my past. We moved to Barbados when I was really young. My mom and dad separated. My dad is an African dancer and my mom a drummer. So I've always had that influence in my life. However, I didn't have such a great relationship to my father, so I wanted to be as far away from his style as possible, and I think that pushed me even more to do ballet. Between 16 and 17, my ballet teacher came to me and told me that I'm never going to be a ballerina, and I think that was one of the most heartbreaking things for me. You know, my whole life was completely broken down because this woman told me I didn't have the body to become a ballerina, and that hurt me a lot. And I was kind of lost for a while and really upset also, and I didn't know what to do. For a young girl, that's really hard to hear. And I moved to Germany, and I always had this fight between how my body should look. In Europe, I was too big for guys or for dance or for the general public, I felt. And when I went to Barbados, I was too skinny. Through my whole life, I always had this feeling like my body's not good enough for this place, my body's not good enough for this place, and I never really felt, good in my body. Then I started to study contemporary dance when I was 18 in Berlin. And my teachers showed me a lot, I think, also because they came from America. They worked with a lot more people of my build, and they knew exactly how to work with my body. I think a lot of the time, also the ballet is structured for a Caucasian body, and there is a huge difference. You just have to train that person differently, that child differently, and I enjoy figuring out how to work with this body, how to work with that body. Around 2015, I started to go back to Barbados more often. And I found a group, Rhythm Tribe, that's my dance group there, and they pushed me to do more African dance. They gave me a little bit more inspiration to push myself in that direction. I think also gave me the motivation to be more accepted. I thought ballet was the only way to really express yourself, and I'm a different dancer now. When I started to also embrace my African side, what can I say? It's blood, it's in my genes, I can't get away from it, and I love that I can now accept that side of me, and everything happens for a reason. Because of all the injuries I've had and my journey through dance, I want to try to give my students a better, healthier way of understanding their bodies. I want to make my students realize that the body and mind are connected and are one, and one doesn't work without the other. That's also one of the reasons I started studying physiotherapy. with my studies and the information that I've had from the past. I try to give them the best education that I can. It's actually about feeling and really connecting to their bodies. For all teachers that are out there, trust yourself, trust your instincts, and if you don't, go deeper into your research. I think we have a responsibility of sharing information, especially if it's good information, especially if it's something that can help someone else. So in anything in life, it would be lovely if people talked more, if people shared more. I think sometimes for me, coming from the Caribbean, it was a cold, lonely city to be in, and I found happiness in movement. And I think generally sharing music, sharing art, sharing knowledge. My students, they've already realized one step, and maybe I can bring them a step further. Yeah, come follow me. Let's see what's on the other side.